Welcome back, everyone, to Value Chain Minutes. My name is Andy Brisley from Apps Associates, and I've been speaking with Shamim Hassan around the replenishment planning option that's part of Oracle Demand Cloud Management. While we've talked about some of the data elements and the setups required, I'd like to take this opportunity to discuss any other major data elements that we haven't discussed yet. And I'd also like to talk about who the typical user of this is and some of the value statements around replenishment planning in general. So I'd like to welcome you back, Shamim. So if we could start with some of the other major data elements that haven't been covered in earlier sessions, I think that'd be a great place to start.
Thanks for having me back, Andy. First off, I'd like to start with reinforcing that with any advanced applications such as this, data quality is critical. In addition to the major elements we have already discussed, such as inventory clusters, replenishment parameters, segmentation, you will also need things like item master, location master, supply network relationships, which are your trading partners, your stock levels at each location. You would need a demand signal or a demand forecast if you're not generating one, calendars and lead times.
All right, so a question I often get asked is, can this work against any ERP system, or does it have to be an all Oracle solution?
While an all Oracle solution will have all of the integrations working together, the solution can be stood up as part of the demand management solution in a standalone setting against any data source.
So another question I get asked an awful lot are, what are the personas or the roles that we typically see who are using or that are impacted by the replenishment planning solution?
Sure, Andy. Depending on the size of the organization, some of these roles may be combined. However, some general roles and tasks are inventory planners and replenishment analysts, who mainly look at day-to-day activity, managing the stock levels across the value chain. Some other roles would be supply chain managers, who oversee replenishment strategy and execution, or merchandise planners, category managers, who align inventory with any promotional calendars and assortment mixes. It could be store operations leaders who are responsible to ensure the stores are stocked appropriately to meet customer demand. Some other roles could be finance and inventory controllers who monitor inventory investment and working capital. And it could be executives and C-suites who monitor KPIs and set strategic direction.
So finally, Shamim, what I'd like to talk about is we've talked an awful lot about the different, setup elements and what is the value that companies can hope to achieve by implementing and running a solution such as this?
While we won't get into company-specific metrics, as each company will be different in approach and complexities, these areas will typically see improvement, like your replenishment planning timeframe improvements. If the execution and planning take less time, then the plans can be run more frequently, utilizing more current and better information. Not only can the planners be doing more strategic work, the value of the enterprise will see because of this stock out rate improvements or less stock outs. Less stock outs mean more revenue. They would see reduction in excess inventory. Reducing excess inventory allows for less working capital and less obsolescence and inventory write-offs. Improved customer satisfaction, which means repeat business and the ability to take over category.
Well, it sounds like there's an awful lot of value to running these solutions for the right environments. Well, I'd like to thank you, Shameen, for enlightening us about this solution and providing your insights, as well as thank everyone for attending these sessions. So I'd like to encourage everybody to sign up for our YouTube channel, as well as send us any comments or any suggestions and reach out to us if you have any further questions. And thanks again, everyone, and we'll see you the next time on Value Chain Minutes.